For Sony, I have a question from DC16. He wants to know if any of us got the giant metal trunk for Last of Us 2. If not, I'm pissed that Wombat got snubbed once again.
I'm okay with that one.
I didn't see what it was. It's some big kit or something.
Yeah, I'm not a. Is it? It's not a game that I'm super excited for. Now, if it was an Avengers giant metal trunk,
Send that shit right over.
send that. Let me give you
A game you're also admittedly not very excited for. We just had this conversation, but you would be interested in the giant trunk for the game you're not excited for.
Yes.
I said I'm not excited for the trunk for the game. I'm not excited for. Yeah, I don't want the trunk.
But you just said you weren't excited for the Avengers game.
Oh no! Well, it's still an event. It would still have cool Avengers stuff.
He's setting his expectations low so he can be pleasantly surprised. Certainly, if he received a trunk that was themed for the game, his excitement level would only just further increase.
We agreed that I want to play the Avengers game. I'm just not excited for the Avengers game. There's a difference between The Last of Us 2, where I'm never gonna play that game.
If it came in a giant box, you'd be super excited.
Exactly. But if I opened my front door and on my porch was a giant Avengers box full of Avengers junk, I would be very happy to have a giant Hulk statue. Because I still like the Hulk regardless of the game.
Sure. Do you still have your Last of Us t-shirt?
I do.
Mrs. Chibi just wore hers.
I'm wearing a shirt. Has anyone noticed that I've been wearing my shirts from E3 Pass
Headlander today?
Yeah, today's Headlander. Great game.
Mrs. Chibi just said to me today, I've been wearing all your video game shirts during this quarantine. So she wore Last of Us and she had a Final Round shirt on like the day before. Let's move on to what? Where are we? I think Nintendo. Oh my gosh, there's so much Nintendo news. What's happening? There's so much Nintendo news I don't care about. Like Pokemon Unite. They're combining two things I don't care about, Pokemon and Dota.
And it's going to be on mobile.
Three things I don't care about. But I'm sure that sounds like that could make a lot of money. I wouldn't underestimate that success. Smash Brothers Ultimate is getting what's the guy's name from Fallout? Pip-Boy? Pip-Boy is going to be in Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Is that his name? That's the name of the thing.
What's his name, Wombat? Vault Boy.
Vault Boy.
There we go.
Got it. I was close. No, I'm sure that Pokemon Dota will do just fine. I'm not going to tell Ty about it. Ty said that he finished the Pokemon. There's a Pokemon expansion that just came out, I think a week ago. And I asked him how if he played a lot of it, and he told me he finished it. I was going to have him come on maybe next week. We could talk about it. And lastly, in Nintendo, Animal Crossing New Horizons is getting swimming. Are you playing that at all, Wombat? Chip? You guys?
I am.
Chip is shaking his head up and down. Swimming, yes, swimming.
Yes.
Just go swimming.
Very excited about swimming.
My daughter still plays it every day. So
swimming's going to be a big hit in my household.
Yeah,
I don't play as much. Like Emmeline is still taking all three of our Switches and just hot swapping them as the batteries run down and going to different islands. So her mind's going to be blown when the swimming patch comes in to where you can do diving and all of that stuff. It's really refreshing to see Nintendo supporting stuff like this. Like it's just patches that are coming out for free.
Well, I think it coincides with that other news this week about Nintendo sort of saying, okay, mobile on other devices is not really working out the way we want it to. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, everybody's buying Animal Crossing on our proprietary hardware. That seems to be working fine. Right. So maybe we'll just move over here and focus on this stuff. It seems to be... It's interesting how that worked out for them, right? Like everybody, including myself, was saying, they got it. But maybe it's just they couldn't figure out how to make the mobile games.
Yeah, I think they couldn't figure out the budgets for the mobile games, right? Like they know what their budgets are for their console games.
And also, but there's pressure also when they're making a mobile game to make it a mobile game and confirm with these systems that are present in pretty much every mobile game to maximize money coming out of your wallet. instead of making a Nintendo game, that if they just made a straight up game and put it on mobile, I'm sure they could.
Yeah, which it's very interesting because that was, in many ways, was that sort of what made the Nintendo Entertainment System so exciting at the time. I know I'm over speaking, but who cares? With Super Mario Brothers was that it wasn't a quarter eater. It was intentionally designed to be this sort of anti-quarter eater, this game that you could play and finish. When at the time, the arcade was these games where you put in a quarter and the goal, the game was literally made for you to die in about 30 seconds. So you put in more quarters. And Nintendo and Miyamoto and, that their whole idea was, what if we had these games and when you played them, you finished them and could play them for hours? So this whole idea of mobile gaming is so anti-Nintendo,
right?
And that core value from 1985 that it's surprising that they didn't stop doing it sooner when you think about it.
Yep.
So good job, Nintendo, putting out these updates. I'm enjoying them. My family is enjoying them.
Excellent.
Yes. Animal Crossing. Boy, that hit at the right time, didn't it?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
The opposite of Last of Us.
Yeah.
Remember Outside? Here's a game that's sort of like what you want Outside to be.
Like to hang out with your friends. Here you go.